Hi friends, welcome back to Black Cat Folk Magic. All kind people are welcome here. Today we're going to talk about what's coming in for us in May. I love May. It's my favorite month. The weather's just beautiful. The gardens are beautiful. The birds are really happy. It's just a happy time to be alive, I feel like. um, as always, I have 3 groups to choose from. We have Group 1, Gratitude and Thanks. We have Group 2, Prayers and Wishes. And we have Group 3 with Water Magic. Okay, choose whichever card resonates with you the most. And as always, you'll find the timestamps down in the description. See you in your reading. Hi there, Group 1. You chose Gratitude and Thanks. Isn't this card just beautiful? It's the essence of May for me. The beautiful gardens, the butterflies. Just a quick PSA, the artist might not have known this, but don't ever get these lilies around a cat because they're very, very dangerous for cats. They're very toxic. But I'm sure that was just an accident from the artist. Okay, let's get into your reading and see what's going on. We'll start with oracle cards. Excuse me. Oh, wow. We have the chipmunk and laurel with success. That's exciting. She looks very successful to me. She reminds me of the Nine of Pentacles, making her own dreams come true. We have a rich girl, which I just said that. That's what she looks like to me. You know, I very rarely think of wealth or rich in terms of cash money. I always think of it as the abundance around us. But let's get into the reading and see what it has to say. Okay, let's get some tarot. All right, we have the moon. I don't know if you can hear this. I can hear it very well, but there are baby birds. There's a nest in the gutter right outside of my kitchen. And it sounds like there's a nest of baby birds inside my kitchen. And every time I feed my cat, he's just like, what? Why are you giving me wet food when there are perfectly good birds right there? But it's really cheerful. It's really sweet. It's a good reminder that life just keeps going on. No matter what stupid things us humans do, there's always a new beginning. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. I have such a good feeling about this reading. We have the Empress. And we have the Chariot. Okay, well, right away I'm seeing that there's something that you just didn't know about. You couldn't get a handle on, right? Something that maybe kept you stuck because you were kept in the dark about it. And I'm seeing you're definitely getting unstuck. With the Page of Wands, the Chariot, that is movement, movement, movement. For some of you, this is a soulmate reading. With the Six of Cups, that is a soulmate card. It could also have something to do with your childhood. But you're looking on it, back on it, through the lens of an adult. And you're trying to decide what to make of that. So I'm reading for the collective here, so I'm getting a few messages. One of the things is I feel someone is waiting to hear about their childhood home. Perhaps they're waiting to find out if it's been left to them in an inheritance. And this is saying yes, actually, and it's going to move along very well. Some of you, this is a soulmate reading, and this also could be someone that you knew in your childhood, and you kind of think you know that they feel the same about you, this person, but you're just not really sure. You know, you've been trying to think positively, you've been trying to bide your time and, you know, be grateful for the things that surround you, but you're still really sitting in a place of discomfort because you just don't know. And Spirit is saying in that case, there's really nothing you can do um, except surrender to Spirit and let them take over, because there's a plan involving this. Okay? There's a higher plan involving this, but I do see that you won't be waiting much longer to know. There's a lot of movement in this reading. So let's get you some more cards. But I feel like, well, okay, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Let's get some more cards. We have the Two of Swords. Well, that tracks, doesn't it? We have the Star, the Moon, and the Star. You've really been sitting in the dark for a while, huh? But man, I can feel that you've really been keeping the faith. Gosh, Two of Coins, just all these twos, waiting, back and forth, sitting in your discomfort. But I see that you've really been handling it well. With the Four of Coins. And we have the Four of Swords. Wow. I'm hearing this as a test of your faith. Okay? Because you know, I mean, look at her. Does she look unsure of anything? No. And I think this is the real you. Spirit is saying to me, it really doesn't matter how this turns out because you're always going to have this. Why are you concentrating on the what ifs instead of the what is? I guess. You do have the Success card here. But like I said at the beginning, success, you know, rich means different things. But Spirit is saying no matter what happens in this situation, you're always going to be sitting in this energy because that's who you are. And, you know, I'm showing you may be blocking other blessings by focusing on this thing. Spirit says, give it a rest. Give it a rest. It's not helping you. What's meant to be will be. What is meant for you will not pass you by. However, I do see a love offer. And frankly, it's going to make you forget about all this. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that you spent way too much time here. A lot of it is, if you got it, would be very disappointing to you. You've built a lot of it up in your imagination. And Spirit says there are much better things coming your way. Yeah. There is definitely movement that's going to happen. But I don't think it has anything to do with what you've been focusing on. It's going to be a complete change. And it's going to take you by surprise. And that's okay, because it's going to be a great surprise. But it's almost going to be like, in a year from now, you may get a flash of memory about this person you've been waiting on. You're going to be like, what was I thinking? This, this is nothing. That was nothing compared to what I have. I don't take reversals. Yeah. Yeah. Ultimately, you're going to get what you want. It's just not going to look like you thought it was. Okay? Spirit says, keep an open mind here. Spirit says, focus on this part of yourself. All right? It's really important that you be willing to surrender and let this go and let Spirit take you where you're supposed to go. I think you've spent so much energy in this back and forth, should I hang on? If I hang on just a little longer, maybe it'll work out. Sitting alone in your garden, just waiting. She's pregnant, so she's waiting. And Spirit is saying, listen, you're wasting your time. I'm taking you to a much better thing than you can ever imagine. Okay? So cut it out. Stop giving attention to this situation. It's not even like you're not getting what you want. You ultimately are getting what you want. If this relationship came to pass, it would ultimately not be what you want. I think you would be very, very disappointed. So Spirit is saying, trust me, I'm getting you to where you want to be, not where you think you want to be. All right. Okay, well, I know that this was a strange reading, but I hope it helped you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And, I know it's hard to have faith. I know, especially a lot of people who come to tarot readings want to say, want a straight answer, a clear answer, something they can hold on to, right? And Spirit is saying, hold on to the fact that everything is working in your favor. I promise, everything is working in your favor. So don't sweat it. And, you'll get there. I promise you. All signs say you'll get there. Okay? I wanted to remind everyone that every week I choose someone from down in the comments who is subscribed, liked, and commented on my long form videos to receive a personal video reading from me. I've done it a couple of times now, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful way for me to connect to my listeners. They're always just so pleasant and wonderful. And all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment down in the description. And I choose someone every week. I'm still waiting on someone from last week to respond. I haven't heard from them. If I don't hear from them, then we'll just move on to another reading. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and take care. I'll see you next time. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. I wanted to remind everyone of the personal reading special that I'm doing. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment on my long form videos, and I choose someone from the comments every week to receive a free personal video reading from me. I've done it a couple of times now. It's wonderful. I've read for some really wonderful people. I just love to connect with my listeners that way. And it's just a thank you for listening to my small channel. Last week's person has not responded yet, so if they don't respond soon, then I will choose someone else to receive that reading. But if you'd like to receive a chance to have a free personal video reading from me, just subscribe, like, and comment on my long form videos. And I randomly choose someone out of the comments every week. All right, down to business. You chose prayers and wishes. Let's get an oracle card for you. The bobcat and blackthorn with patience. Seems to be a theme lately. Don't panic. We have sad news. Don't click away because that's not always what it seems. We have the Tower, the Devil. Okay, I get your tension right now, but hang on. This is probably what you're experiencing right now, which is why you're listening to a tarot reading. We have Seven of Wands. We have Eight of Swords. We have Three of Wands. Wow, you have been through it lately. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Let's get you some more. You've really been in pain lately, and you're wishing to get out of it, which I don't blame you. And drawing that patience card isn't the best, right? Because when we want out of pain, we want out of pain right now. You really had to stand up and fight for yourself, and you really can't see your way forward in this situation. I'm so sorry, friend. Let's see what the advice is. Now we're talking. We got the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, with the Hierophant. We have the Nine of Wands. We have Strength. And we have the King of Wands. Okay, you're definitely going to be rewarded for this. So if this is something that you've been through that was caused by another person, I'm seeing, like, if there's like litigation going on or something like that, I'm seeing that's going to work out in your favor. Also, the universe is on your side in this. It's aware. It's aware that you've been through a very rough time. Okay? And it's saying, I see how you've been brave and you really hung in there and you had all this strength. It's almost over. It's almost over. I promise you. Okay? Five of Cups. The Fool. The Devil. Okay, you have the Devil twice. I really feel like you're walking around with the idea that everyone's against you. And I could see why you would think that, right? Spirit wants me to tell you that that's just not true. You have undoubtedly gone through a really horrible time. And I am so sorry for that. But it's almost over. Spirit wants you to not focus on the hard time that you've been through because you're just multiplying it. The more time you spend thinking about it, that's more time you're spending in that grief, right? In that hard place. And they're saying focus on what you have, focus on the good things. Because, the Five of Cups, he's looking at these three spilled cups, but there are still two cups that are full. And Spirit is saying, please focus on those those 2 full cups. The universe is going to take care of this mess for you. So in the meantime, focus on this. There's no point in focusing on the spilled cups because, universe has got that. And I use the word universe as a placeholder for whatever that means to you. God, whatever. You are going to start fresh. This was definitely a tear down to build back up in a better way situation. I know those are so painful, but those are the most meaningful parts of our lives because they turn us into the people that we're supposed to be. I know that nobody wants to hear that their tragedy is for the better. That's not what I mean at all. I'm just saying that you will learn and build from this. It's not all for nothing, okay? Oh, I dropped your card. One moment, please. Look at this. We have the Queen of Cups. You're going to learn to fill your own cup. I think one of the reasons you're so disappointed and you're living in this time where you can't see your way out is because you've given over too much of your power to somebody else. And Spirit is saying this trial that you're going through is teaching you how to create your own happiness and not depend on someone else to fill that cup for you. And that's about the best thing that can happen because nobody can take your happiness away from you if you're the one that provides it, right? We have 5 of Wands. We have the Chariot. You are definitely being moved away from this hardship, okay? Have faith in that. I want to see if there's a bunch of your cards just flew out. Hold on. We have the Magician. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Spirit says you don't think you do, but you have the power and knowledge to pull yourself out of this. Okay? Especially at this juncture. I'm trying to translate the pictures I see into words. Spirit is saying that you may have thought your job was to keep the peace in this situation. And Spirit is saying that is leading to your hardship. Okay? That's not your job. In this situation, your job is to look out for yourself. Okay? To take care of yourself, to stand up for yourself, and to get yourself out of that situation. You know how to do it. You absolutely know how to do it. You know how to cut through the BS to get to the truth. And you have all the power to do it. So use that power and get yourself out of this situation and leave it behind. There's nothing left there for you. It is time for you to start new. It is, there are wonderful things coming ahead for you. Let's see what's coming ahead for you. That's something to look forward to. I mean, trimming away the fat, trimming away the useless parts of our lives. That's a real gift. We have Page of Swords. We have 2 of Cups. So much 2 energy, which is a back and forth movement, sitting in discomfort, sitting in unknowing. I think you're afraid to move forward because you don't know what's coming ahead. Ten of Pentacles. There we go. And King of Pentacles. This is really a journey about mastering your own destiny, your own fate. I feel like you've given your power over to somebody who was not worthy of it. Okay? They may have lied, they may have cheated, they may have deceived you in some way. And look at this. She's shooting right through this. Let's break this up because it's not true. Let's break this up. And once you do that, the path will open up to where you can get to where you need to be, to where you get this Ten of Pentacles, which is just a lovely place to be, you know? It's ultimate fulfillment. It's family. It's abundance. It's ease of life. And look at him. He is just sitting on his throne, enjoying the wine he grew, he made, and knowing that he did his very best, that he took his power back and he got himself to this Ten of Pentacles, and he is sitting on his throne because he's no longer giving his power away to those who abuse it. Okay? I know that was maybe an uncomfortable reading, but I really do hope it helped you. I hope it helped you move forward. And I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hey there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose Water Magic. I like this card because I'm a Pisces. I wanted to remind everyone that every week I choose someone from the comments who is subscribed and liked the video and commented on my long form videos to receive a personal video reading from me for free. It's just a way to connect with my listeners and show appreciation for you watching my small channel. I've connected with a few people so far and done their readings, and it's just been a wonderful experience. They're such lovely people. I'm also waiting for someone to reply to their message that they won last week. And if I don't hear from them, then I'm probably going to have to move on to a different reading. But if you would like a chance for your own free reading, please just make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and comment. Make any comment. It doesn't really matter what. And I'll randomly choose someone from there. All right. Let's get into your reading about May. What's coming in for you in May? Okay, let's start with an oracle card. We have the Cayman and the Poppy with dreams. I really want to change this cloth, and I haven't chosen which one to put next. And my cat really likes this cloth, and there's black cat hair all over it. Okay, we have main female. Right, let's get into your tarot. Water magic, main female, the Cayman and the Poppy with dreams. We have Two of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. So many twos. Two. 2. No, that's sorry, 20. I don't have very good vision. King of Wands. One of the interesting things that I've noticed in each of these cards is that they're the only person in the card. I have a very strong feeling that you're going to make one of your dreams come true by yourself. Something you didn't think you could do all on your own, under your own power. You're actually going to surprise yourself by making it come true. All on your own. I mean, they have companions here. But there's not another human. There's not someone they're turning their power over toward to make this dream come true. What I do see is a lot of abundance. You know, this 2 of Pentacles is balance. I think you've got a good handle on the situation. I don't think you're going to lose your balance. And I think once you decide which direction to go in, I heard it doesn't matter which direction you choose, just choose. Same, you know, with the Chariot, the same thing. Just either choice is fine, but you have to make a choice. Once you do that, you're going to be sitting in your own power. And you're going to be able to make things happen. You're going to, you know, he's telling this dog how to do his bidding, you know, how to get these sheep all rounded up. So he's very confident in how to get things done in this card. And I'm seeing that that's how you're going to feel after you do this, after you make whatever this is happen under your own power. This is a collective reading, so what that wish is will be different for everyone, but let's just see what comes up. Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. I just heard this is very specific for somebody. You're finally nurturing yourself as much as you nurture everyone else. The Chariot again. Oh my gosh. Four of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. You have a divine pair there, but I just don't feel this as a relationship reading. I feel this is something you're squarely going to do on your own. So it's probably about the relationship with yourself. It's asking you to be nurturing and kind to yourself. And, you know, look at this, how he's guiding this dog. He's doing it in a very kind way. You know, he's saying, this is how we do it. He has control, but it's a very measured and kind control, right? Nothing here is hot-tempered or rushed. It's like once you understand you have this power, the stress and the worry of the situation just evaporates. Okay? What is it? Well, that's the first card that says you're not doing this alone, but I think, hold on, justice. Okay. For some of you, you may have tried this thing before, tried to make this dream come true before, but you relied too heavily on others and they let you down. Or worse. And this is your chance to try again under your own power. And you're not going to let yourself down this time. You are steady, steady, steady. You're going to come through for yourself. Yeah, these people, somebody might have, you know, lied to you, deceived you. But you're going to come through for yourself. Absolutely. Yep. Brand new start. Listen, if there's something that you failed at before, that was a dream of yours because other people put stumbling blocks in your way, Spirit is saying, try it again, but without those people. Try it again without people who want to see you fail. And see how successful you are, because you're going to make it this time. What's this? Dreams, yeah. Main theme, yeah. Be be the main character in your story, friend. You don't have to rely on other people to get this thing that you want. You're worthy and able to get this thing on your own. Let's see if there's any more information. Queen of Wands is my favorite card. Hold on, I dropped that. I've been dropping a lot of cards today. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, just walk away from your old ways of doing things because it did not work. And the reason it did not work is because you're supposed to do this on your own. This is just repeating itself, I realize. But I hope you'll take it to heart. I hope you'll trust yourself to know that you have everything it takes to make this dream come true for yourself. It's such a personal dream that it's not meant to be shared with somebody else. It's not meant to be split into thirds or whatever. This is all yours, okay? Well, I hope this helped you, and I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you next time. Take care.